Melanie, what are you up to today? I'm at your house now, but my son tells me that you're coming home late tonight. Would you please make an effort to come home earlier so that I can see you today? I'm trying to finish up work and I'll be at home as soon as I'm done. Please don't be angry with me. I have to get this done today. Don't use work as an excuse to avoid seeing me. Work is not an excuse, but you have a point. I don't want to see you given the choice. You're always so mean to me. The last time that you came over, you spilled sugar on the floor on purpose. Do you know how many ants came into our dining room because of that? Well, it's your fault for not wiping up the floors right away. And how dare you say that I spilled the sugar on purpose? I mean, who does that? My hand slipped, that's all. I was watching you. You picked up the container of sugar, opened the lid, and spilled the contents onto the floor. Your hand did not slip. I love how you make up such ridiculous excuses. I know that you can be pretty mean to me at times, but I still like you nonetheless. But sometimes you get carried away. Enough chatting. I need you to come home and make dinner for us. You're not going to make John prepare dinner, are you? He's more than happy to make dinner tonight. In fact, he offered. It makes sense too because I'm still at work. You don't know how John really feels. You pressure him into doing things. He can't say no to you. Besides, as his wife, isn't it your job to prepare the meals? What world are you living in? It's completely normal for men to cook. Whoever said that it was a woman's job to prepare all the meals? Besides, men who cook are really popular with the ladies. That's just what young men are saying because they can't stand up to their girlfriends or wives. What happened to traditional rules like the woman taking care of the house for her husband? Look, we no longer live in a world where women are expected to stay at home and take care of their houses and their husbands. I'm so glad that the rules for women have changed for the better. John doesn't expect me to do all the housework on my own, so I have time to relax whenever I want to. I don't know why John chose someone like you to marry. You say that you're busy with work, but how come you have the time to be texting me right now? I told my boss that my mother-in-law was texting me, so he allowed me to respond, but he's getting impatient with me. Well, get back to work then. I'm so ashamed to have you as my daughter-in-law. I don't think that I'm such a bad wife to John. You, on the other hand, you're a terrible mother-in-law. You're always nagging me and trying to make my life miserable. I'm trying to make you happy too, so please don't be so hard on me. Okay, whatever. I've given up on getting you to prepare dinner for us tonight. I'll make dinner tonight. Are you excited? Why the sudden change in your mood? I don't get it. John already agreed to make dinner for us, so why don't you let him? John came home from work tired. I can't ask him to make dinner. I'm nice, so I'll have dinner ready for you too. Once you get home, we can all sit down for dinner. That sounds nice, but you do know that I'm allergic to wheat, right? What? I had no idea. Well, now you know. I'm allergic to wheat, so there are certain foods that I can't eat. I'm sure that I told you about it before. I thought that you just didn't like wheat. I didn't think that it was an actual food allergy. You shouldn't be so picky about what you want to eat and what you don't. So you think that I'm lying about my food allergy? Why in the world would I do something like that? I hope that you're not going to force me to eat wheat. That would be crazy, even for you.
Of course I wouldn't do that. I'm not a monster. I know how dangerous food allergies can be. But in your case, it's not an allergy. You just don't like to eat wheat.
You've got it all wrong. I really am allergic to wheat. I have some blood test results if you don't believe me.
And I don't believe you. When are you gonna stop lying about having a food allergy? I've seen a photo of you eating bread.
That bread was made with rice flour, and it doesn't contain any wheat. That's why I was able to eat that bread.
I've never heard of bread without wheat. You must be making this up. And I've seen you eat other things that contain wheat, like fried chicken, for instance.
I substitute rice flour for the wheat flour so that I can eat all those foods. How can you not know this? You've been a housewife for how many years now?
Are you making fun of me? You know what? I'm going to prove to everyone that you're lying about your wheat allergy.
I don't know why this is such a big deal to you. And why can't you be nicer to me? If you don't believe me, please ask John. He knows the truth.
I'm not going to bother John with such a silly question. And I don't want him to know that his wife was lying about her food allergy either. I don't want him doubting you for something so small.
Then why don't you take a look at my blood test results? That will clear up this misunderstanding.
I bet you falsified your blood test results. It's easy to do that nowadays with all the technology that's out there.
But why in the world would I do that? What's in it for me? I really need to get back to work now. My manager is not happy that I've been texting you all this time.
Well, I'm not going to forgive you for deceiving John and I.
None of this is my fault, and I didn't do anything wrong. And I don't enjoy arguing with you either. I wish we got along better. And I know that you spilled milk on me on purpose this morning. Because of it, I was late to work.
Well, you should have given yourself more time to get ready for work. Then you wouldn't have been late over spilled milk. Don't blame everything on me.
Well, you're clearly to blame. This isn't fair to me. And it's natural to want to stay in bed as long as possible. I was really tired, too.
I'll be waiting for you with dinner ready on the table. Come home as soon as you can, okay?
Okay. See you then.
I can't believe that you went as far as calling an ambulance tonight. It looks like you got over your distaste for wheat tonight. You should be grateful to me. How long are you gonna keep ignoring me? I know that you're trying to make a big deal out of this by ignoring me, but it's not working. You're not going to fool me with your lies. The wheat allergy is not the only thing that you lied about. Why did you lie about your allergy in the first place? You were fine when I made you eat a piece of bread.
Melanie is in a coma now because of what you did to her!
What? How did that happen? She was perfectly fine a few hours ago.
What the hell were you thinking? This is not a game! Melanie has a serious food allergy, and you made her eat some bread when I wasn't looking! How could you?
John, what do you mean about Melanie being in a coma? Melanie's just pretending. Don't let her fool you.
Did it look like she was acting to you? Because it sure didn't look that way to me! Now she's in the hospital! This is serious! I told you many times that she had a wheat allergy. Why would you bring over some bread when you knew that?
But I've seen her eating bread before, so I thought that it would be okay. I didn't think that she was actually allergic to wheat.
The bread that Melanie was eating was made with rice flour.
She did mention that to me too, but I thought that she was making it all up.
Melanie is really allergic to wheat. Even a small amount can be lethal to her. I can't believe that you forced her to eat bread with wheat in it. What were you thinking? She's in a coma, and I don't know if she's ever going to wake up. How could you do this to her?
But I didn't. Melanie is always lying, so I assumed that it was another one of her lies. It's not my fault that I didn't believe what she was saying to me.
I know that Melanie makes stupid jokes, like telling us that she came home riding a wild boar, but she would never joke about something like this. She likes to joke around, but that doesn't make her a liar. She's the most honest person I know, and I'm sure that you feel the same way.
Well, she made it difficult for me to differentiate between her jokes and her lies.
There's no point in me wasting my time talking to you. That's not going to make Melanie any better.
John, I'm sorry about what happened to Melanie, but it wasn't my fault. I would never do anything to hurt Melanie intentionally, let alone you.
So, you were doing Melanie a favor when you shoved a piece of bread into her mouth? You make me sick. I'm ashamed to be related to you. I'm going to get back at you for what you did to Melanie. You better watch out!
John, can we please talk about this face to face? I'm really sorry about Melanie. You have to believe me.
Shut up! I'm going to tell the police about what you did to Melanie.
Why would you involve the police? This is a family matter.
Well, I no longer consider you to be my family. Melanie is my only family as far as I'm concerned.
Please don't say that.
If you're still at my house, I want you to leave. I never want to see your face again.
But it's the middle of the night. How am I supposed to get home? And it's not like you to threaten me like this. What's gotten into you?
Do you not understand the seriousness of what you've done to Melanie? You committed attempted murder! And the worst part of it all is that you don't even feel bad about what you've done. All you do is keep making excuses for yourself. Now get out of my house!
But
Melanie, are you feeling better? I'm so relieved that you came out of your coma. I was so worried about you.
I'm fine now. Thank you. I can't believe that I was in a coma for a few days, though. I guess I'm tougher than I look.
I'm so happy that you're back to being your old self.
What happened with your mother?
I'm furious with her, because she doesn't seem to realize the gravity of the situation and what she did to you. She's making up all these excuses to not make herself look bad.
I see. I can imagine her doing that.
Well, we never have to see her again. I told her that I wanted nothing to do with her. I'm really sorry that I let my crazy mother do this to you. You didn't deserve any of it.
You don't need to apologize, Sean. You didn't do anything wrong.
But I should have been the one to stop her. I had no idea that she would do something so terrible to you. I knew that things between the two of you weren't going well. I should have stepped in sooner, and not let this continue for so long.
Don't beat yourself up over this. I know that you did your best to protect me from your mother. I really did want to get along with her. I'm bummed that things didn't turn out well.
Well, I won't ever forgive my mom for what she did to you.
You're absolutely right. She went too far this time and she needs to pay for her actions.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
John, are you really not speaking to me anymore?
Don't text me. I'm sure that my lawyer told you that we only communicate through him.
I don't have a job or a place to live right now, and I could really use your help. I'm staying in a hotel right now, but I'm starting to run out of money. I can only stay for another 2 nights.
By the way, I used to pay for your smartphone bills, but not anymore. You're on your own now.
Oh,
Thanks for reminding me about that. I need to make sure that the company knows to get in touch with you regarding your bill. I wouldn't want to make the mistake of continuing to pay for your bills.
but if I can't afford to pay my bills, they'll stop my phone.
Well, that's not my problem, is it? Do you really need a smartphone, though? No one wants to talk to you anymore.
Please don't be so cruel to me. You're still my son. Please don't be so cold to me. I'll apologize to Melanie again if that's what it takes to get you to forgive me.
Are you sure that you're not just going to make up more excuses as to why this wasn't your fault?
Well,
And if you really feel so bad, you would be on the phone to Melanie right now, apologizing. You know that Melanie recovered from her coma, yet you haven't reached out to her once. I bet that deep down, you blame Melanie for all this. You don't feel bad about what you did to her.
that's not true. You have to believe me.
I have nothing else to say to you. Please, stop texting me. We're going to sue you for what you did to Melanie, so you better start saving up.
I don't have a job. How am I supposed to do that? Do you expect me to borrow money from somewhere?
Yes, I do. I have no pity for you. This is all your fault. Bye now.
Wait! Melanie, it's Miranda. I hope that it's not too late for me to apologize to you about what happened. I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you.
Are you texting me because your own son blocked you? I don't want to hear your empty apologies.
I really mean it when I say that I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I just had a hard time opening up to you and being honest with you. I regret the way that I treated you, and I'm deeply, deeply sorry.
I'm sure that your life isn't going to be easy from now on, but you'll pay us the money that you owe us, right? That's the least you can do to show us that you're really sorry.
Melanie, I don't have a job and my family and friends are not speaking to me anymore. Can't you just let this go? I told you how sorry I am.
No, I can't. I'll be waiting for your payments. I've gotta go now. Bye.
I'm in a lot of trouble and I need your help. I went to the hospital yesterday and they told me that I was depressed. I need my family to get through this.
I see. But I don't believe a word that you're telling me. You just want me to pity you.
I can give you the documents from my doctor if you don't believe me.
A doctor's certificate? Isn't that something you could easily falsify using a computer? After John kicked his mother out of the house, Miranda ended up homeless. And she still had to pay an enormous amount of money to me because of what she did to me. She ended up borrowing thousands of dollars in order to pay me. I thought that she would come see John and I to rebut it, but it seemed that she no longer had the energy to fight back. In the end, she moved to the countryside to run away from the loan sharks that were chasing her to pay back the money that she had borrowed. John and I are doing really well. Ever since that incident with his mother, John has been even more careful about the food that I eat so that something like that doesn't ever happen to me again. I can see that he really cares about me a lot.
Gonna be late again tonight? I don't need dinner.
What? Again? You've worked late all this week. Are you that busy at work?
Of course I'm busy. I might stay the night at work.
It's a really busy time of year, huh? You've never had to stay the night before.
It doesn't matter what I've had to do before. The fact is that I'm really busy right now.
Yeah, I know. Jim's wife told me too when I saw her before. Work gets busy, especially this time of year, doesn't it?
What? You saw Jim's wife? You didn't run your mouth saying anything needless, did you?
What do you mean needless? Like, what?
Anything you say is needless. Everything you say is usually needless.
You don't have to say things like that. Jim's wife works with you, right? Though only part-time.
Yep. They both have jobs, and yet she still manages her household duties perfectly. Unlike you.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're a housewife, but you don't get anything done. Jim and his wife both work, and still their house chores are done perfectly.
Well, we have 2 kids, and Jim has 1. And isn't their oldest older than Allison? I think they're almost in junior high. I mean, it's not right to compare them to us.
I guess comparing them to us is useless. It's only going to remind me of how inferior my wife is.
Isn't that going too far? Am I that bad?
Useless? More like at the bottom. You're useless as a wife and as a woman.
That's enough. Let's change the subject. Isn't it a problem that you're working on the weekends now, and you have less time to spend with your family? Allison has been missing her father lately because you don't come home. Why don't you spend some time with her just for the weekend for a change?
You're always so annoying like that. I'm always telling you that I would if I could.
Really?
But work is really tough. I don't just sit around doing nothing at home like you. I work to support the family. So don't be nagging me all the time. Gosh, you piss me off.
Jeez, you don't have to get so upset. I'm not sitting around at home, you know?
You're probably watching Netflix and taking naps.
I don't have that much time because their kids are still small.
But I saw you sleeping with them before.
Do you mean the time they both fell asleep at the same time and I fell asleep with them? You're still holding on to that? That was way back then.
That's what I imagine you're doing. You're sitting at home doing nothing while I'm working hard. I honestly don't know why you're here.
I'm working just as hard for our family too. But you're not even willing to acknowledge my efforts, right?
Effort? Don't say it like it's a job.
I've worked too, but raising a child is harder.
Housewives always say the craziest things.
And also you say that you're working, but your overtime wasn't included in the last month's paycheck.
What? You looked?
You make me handle your finances, right? So yeah, I'm going to look.
Don't go snooping around the payslip. And we're really busy right now during this season. So we're all doing pro bono overtime right now. A dumb housewife like you shouldn't be saying anything.
Isn't that going too far? Isn't pro bono overtime illegal now? You don't even get a substitute holiday for working on the weekends. Shouldn't you say something?
Don't say needless things like that. I'm already tired from work and you're stressing me out. I'm not coming home tonight. I'm staying the night at work.
You can stay the night at work? I think you should get paid for the overtime work you do. You should also make sure you ask for a substitute day off. You're going to burn out if you don't rest.
You're so lucky. Housewives only have to take care of the kids sometimes and cook. What would a person living such an easy life know?
Never mind. It's a waste of time for the both of us to talk about this. Well, make sure you eat dinner. Don't work too hard, and come home when you can.
My gosh, I told you I wasn't coming home. I'm not coming home because you're so annoying. Maybe you should work on your personality a bit.
Fine. See you tomorrow.
Shut up! How many times are you gonna call? You're so annoying! I told you I'm not going home!
Are you okay? Where are you?
Huh? I'm at work! Stop calling me!
Wait, work? Is everything okay?
What is?
What? Where are you right now?
So annoying. Do you not understand English? Did you become crazy or are you half asleep? What do you mean am I at work? Of course I am. Stop bugging me when I'm working my ass off.
Your workplace burned down.
What?
So that's how it is. I fully understand now.
What is? What? Burnt down?
You're with another woman instead of at work. I feel so stupid worrying about you.
What are you talking about? Hey, pick up the phone. Your master is calling.
I panicked and called after hearing your workplace burned down. You got pissed off and said you're at work, but that would mean you'd be left behind in the fire.
No, that's not it. I know about the fire. I'm near my workplace. They evacuated everybody. You get it, right?
No, I don't. But I know enough.
What?
I don't understand what you're saying. but I know what you were doing. So I've had enough. I'm glad you're okay. Have fun all you want and come home whenever you want. Goodbye.
What? What do you mean goodbye? What's happening? Whatever, I'm coming home.
You were at the scene of fire, weren't you? Are you sure it's okay to come home?
Well, I mean, you're right. I probably shouldn't, but you seem really worried. I just thought I shouldn't make you worry so much.
That's so thoughtful. But you don't have to worry anymore. I fully understand everything now. I'm not worried about you anymore.
What? Why? Aren't you worried about me? Your husband was at the scene of a fire. Of course you're worried, right?
Well, if you were actually there, but that seems unlikely and this seems to be a waste of time, doesn't it?
What are you talking about? You don't believe me? I was at work. It was really scary, the flames and everything.
Oh, really? Then what was the cause of the fire?
What?
You should know if you were there. Then will you tell me the cause of the fire, please? You should have heard from the EMTs of the firefighters.
I'm pretty sure it was a cigarette.
Wrong! It was a circuit shortage.
What? How do you know?
Because I got a call. But they told me that you had already left. Or were you secretly working overtime? I was so stupid to even think so for a minute.
Well, I don't think you're stupid.
Come to think of it, it was stupid of me to marry you to begin with. So I don't think anything of it anymore. Have fun all you want and come home whenever.
I'm coming home right now. Let's talk when I get home.
Nothing is going to happen, even if you come home. Goodbye.
Amy, please pick up. Where are you? I'm at home, but what is this? Why are there divorce papers left here? Where are the kids? Where did you take them?
Why does it matter to you? You never cared about the kids.
Answer the phone, please.
Why? I don't have anything to say to you.
That's not true, is it? I want to talk. Please, will you lighten up a bit?
Do you think I'm in a bad mood? You're greatly mistaken from there. Even if you panic and try to call me, it's too late. I found out about everything.
What? What do you mean you found out?
It looks like you weren't at work, so where were you? If you can explain that, I'll listen to what you have to say.
Well, no, that's,
Did you skip work to fool around with some woman? That's too insane, isn't it? You betrayed your family and your workplace. You're such a loser that I don't even think I can look you in the eyes anymore.
Please don't say that. Fine, I'll admit it. I was with a woman, but it's nothing serious. Please, understand. I was really tired from work, and I just wanted a little comfort.
Comfort? What? We had a baby! I had to get up in the middle of the night many times and take care of her. Yet, I always had to be harassed instead of comforted by you. To be with a husband that always claimed he had it harder. Do you know how painful that was for me? Knock it off!
Wait, please calm down. I didn't know you were this upset about it. Sorry, I didn't know.
Oh, I feel so much better after saying that. It's fine now. You can disappear. But I will ask for you to pay alimony and child support. I'll have you paid all at once.
What? You really want a divorce?
We will never be able to recover from this. In fact, thank you for giving me a reason to divorce you.
You'll be helpless without me. Even the kids will want to live with me.
You haven't even seen them for over a month. What are you saying? The kids and I have given up on you.
Wait, you'll have trouble financially, won't you? You don't work.
My old job hired me part-time, actually. I've been working remotely, little by little. And the kids will start daycare in April, so it'll be okay. The alimony and child support money will be enough to get started again. We don't need you anymore. Just pay up and disappear.
I didn't think you'd say this much. Is this really happening?
Without a doubt. You won't have a family waiting for you anymore. You should be happy you don't have to see my face anymore. Have fun with your side chick and skip work all you want. After that, in the end, Amy never changed her opinion and divorced Andy. Andy even chased her to her parents' house, but was turned down by her parents. His workplace even found out about him skipping work. And for not taking care of important data, he was fired after it burned in the fire. Andy became jobless and was dumped by his girlfriend, and became hopeless after being billed the alimony and child support. It looks like he had to pay a big price for fooling around a little too much. Even though he was unharmed in the fire, he ended up being finished in society. So it might have been the same thing.